not recording shit. And essentially what happens here is we choose a place, and there's I would say probably somewhere like 30 places that you could start from. I do have a favorite. I think it's the Quiet Forest here. It's the one I'm most familiar with, but you choose a place like this, and I'll explain all this crap later on here. But you hop in there, and this is, you know, the beginning of the build your base phase, if you would, you know, so we'll go ahead and get this going here. First step you do is you do place your camp. Now, I will say this, there's something to be considered here. The air quotes place your camp is important because the game, you will get attacked by monsters, and they do happen to appear on like certain spots of the map. So I think here on this map they appear in the bottom left. So of course we're going to be on the top right. This is the map I've got the furthest in. I've never done a well and beaten the whole map, but I'd be more than happy to try to figure it out. So let's go ahead and just squish this right. That doesn't work. Right there. So then it gives you some base supplies to do that type of stuff, but here's what you got to do. So you got to indicate the things you want them to do. You don't actually get any control over the actual individual characters. You just give them tasks and goals. So as of right now, let's just have, if they ever need wood, let's just have them sculpt that out. And then the same with the rock here. Let's go ahead and, if there's any rock in town, let's go ahead and just take all that. Clear that up nice and pretty. Don't need it, don't want it. We want space is what we want, you know. But I found out, because last time I did this, I went all full tilt. I was like, just mine all this. They will mine it, and there is a kind of decay that comes along with all this crap. So you will lose a lot of stuff if you overmine. So as of right now, we got all 12 of our guys. Actually, we got 14 guys. Interesting. Why do we have 14 guys? Wait, no. Not everybody's doing their job is what the problem is. But either way, you know, we got the max number of guys attempting to build. 9. Oh, we only have 10 people. Now you're supposed to start with 12 guys. That's a kick in the nards, but yeah, no. You know, we got all these people here. Let's go ahead and jump them up to 3x. Quick note about 3x, as I've discovered. The game will warn you the first time you use it that it could cause issues, and that's up to your own discretion. But I mean, at some point you just become dependent on it. So they went ahead and built that. Now, what else do we have here? A mining facility. Let's go ahead and reclaim that. A farm. Let's reclaim that. And housing. Let's reclaim that. Now, as far as housing goes, it does help with your like essentially your people, they need houses in order to cool down or warm up or all that jam, you know, just like in real life. So like come summertime, they will die if you don't deal with that immediately. Just like the farm, if you don't get food, if you don't tell them, hey, eat this stuff, stupids, they will die again. They're kind of pathetic. I don't know what to tell you. So from experience, I know I should probably build an ancillary just as far as possible down over here. I like to leave room for about 6 houses, so these are, okay, the same length as an ancillary, so just right there ought to do it, and slightly off to the side. We got one of those going, and then if you look up here, you'll have like a building limit. You have to obviously keep within that building limit, but the ancillary will actually help with that. That's actually upgrading your main camp, and your ancillary buildings will get your building limit higher. So there they go. See, it said no wood, and now we have actual guys prioritizing getting wood first. So it's kind of cool, honestly. It's a really simplistic looking game, but it's really fulfilling internally that they would actually do this type of stuff. I don't know. I really like it. I can't put too many words on it without ruining things here. Oh, snap. Hold on, let me see if there's a better place for my camera. How about there? Down there is just building tools. I don't want you to miss the time of day indicator that we have here. Come on, there we go. Yeah, no, since I had to do the screen capture versus the usual game capture, now it goes black every time I click out, so I apologize for that. Anywho, let's go ahead and click this on the 3 and let our builders do their work. I'll kind of showcase the things that we need around here. Now, down here, this is where, again, you choose the collection type stuff. Man, this crystal's so small. You actually unlock these as you get buildings, so I need to unlock the farm to be able, for them to be able to harvest food. The farm's right here, and of course I have to assign farmers for them to start using that. Oh, here he goes. There you can see the side right here. I can put up to 8 guys into the mining crew, you know, versus I can have 2 farmers here. Not gonna lie, I've learned just prioritize farming. And just, if you look down here, our harvesting water and food is now up. So let's make sure that these guys are grabbing all the food possible. They can grow food, but it is a weak system. They just do not grow food very well. And if they ever need water, just anything along the coast would be great, guys. Anything right here. Another quick note, if you're going to play this game, which I would highly recommend getting Rise to Ruin, the game is just fantastic and frustrating at the same time, is that if you're going to get it, make sure you tell these guys to get water. Make sure you tell these guys to build wells, is what I'm trying to say, because like a lot of these smaller water sources will dry out. Let's see here. We got this little magic spot here. I found if you click these suckers, you'll get things, loot boxes. And if you click the loot boxes, you could maybe teleport it to your little home area, but you really need a key. Ah, damn it, 3 boxes. If we actually see any more of those anywhere, please, you know, by all means, give me a shout. I hate missing those things. So, how far are these guys going? Do they have any projects? Yeah, they're still building the makeshift housing. So what is this? A lumberjack shack? Fantastic, fantastic. Let's go ahead and make sure they reclaim that as well. And I think that'll do it for buildings, right? Oh, we have one more. We should maybe do a water master. No. Let's see, a rain catcher. That's what we're going to do for our last building. I can't tell you how many times I've started and I've lost dudes just because I failed to do basic water and stuff right off the bat, so... let's see here. Crap. I would like this right there. I don't necessarily want to... Oh, why don't I just get rid of this fence? That'll give us extra wood. The fence kind of came with the area, so it really wasn't my choice, but there we go. We'll let them go. So then, essentially what we'll do is, build ourselves a water well, or sorry, a rain catcher, which will open up 1 slot for the job that we're looking for, the water masters. And the water masters will be the one to help water the farms. You know, the farmers plant, but they can't do anything without the dirty water. At least some amount of water. So, again, let's let them build what they're going to build. Let's see. There they go. Come on, you guys are so close. We're just going to stick that right there as soon as I get to it. You can see their little carrots on the map right there. It's kind of scary if you think about like the type of food that you need. If you don't know what you're doing, the game doesn't really hold your hand in that regard. So my first winter I actually starved to death. You can't grow food. You could hardly grow food in the winter whatsoever. It's all a foraging game at that point, and food does not grow back readily. There we go. So, speaking of that kind of transitions us into these godlike powers that we have up here. You have many of them. You have Meteor, you have Motivate Land, you have a Healing Aura, Summon Golem. That's kind of our big one here that we use for our own protection. Summon the Golem, it'll summon a Golem that will like defend your town, and it's proportionally strong with how old your village is. That's because the enemies get proportionally stronger with how old the map is and how corrupt the world is. It's kind of a shit-tastic way to do these things, but it is what it is. But Motivate Land is the one that, if this thing's ever full and you can afford it, definitely drop a Motivate Land wherever the trees are, wherever the food is, just to get those guys going. So let's see here. How are these guys doing? They're currently building the ancillary, which, hold on, let me cut this on here. Range. If you'll notice, like, the ancillary is built, so as it gets bigger, our range will get bigger, and my goal here is to fill in these gaps and put a fence there and then kind of funnel dudes in. That was my strategy last time, and it was honestly pretty fantastic. It worked very well, but where are we at? Oh, with the ancillary complete, we actually have we have unlocked 4 new build spots here, so we have enough housing for our 9 guys. We don't have enough anything, so as far as this stuff goes. So let's go ahead and one of those things. I'm gonna go ahead and be preemptive here. Storage, food storage. I do not want to be caught on my ass one more time in this winter, so forgive me for the language. I know we're all adults here, though. I think we can handle it. So once the water's gone, I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, once the rock's gone, we'll have 2 food storages there in the future. See what I mean, though, by like me saying that, like, 1 lumberjack ought to do it, 1 miner ought to do it. And then we'll have to go full tilt on those. Hopefully we'll get some nomads in regards to this year. Let's see. Oh, sorry, clicking buttons. Clicking buttons. Come on, game. You could do it. Forgot I shouldn't click buttons. We're doing a screen cap, not a game cap, so it does affect the overall quality of the stream. So here we come across our first dusk. Dusk and the whole nighttime thing, like, I think it goes dusk and then evening, and then you actually get attacked. But luckily the game has no monsters. As I said, they will be down here. The game has no monsters the first day or 2. So I am pretty safe to kind of futz around and do what I need to do. I'm hoping that by knowing the map a little bit better, I'll be able to not get wiped out. Last time I had a very good attack system, but they decided, hey, we don't care about the way you want to play. Let's just do it our way. So it was no good. It was no good. So I did hire. I'm kind of losing our builders to like kind of fill out these things here. More and more, I realized at my last game that you need at least 1 person doing this role here. Like, the organizers are a-okay. If you have like people, they're basically haulers. Oh, my bad, dude. I forgot the in-game music I turned up for my own entertainment. There we go. How's that? My apologies for that. I didn't realize that I was doing that. I usually try to keep better track of my audio, but the game music is pretty great, so yeah, I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming here, man. Just trying to show off this game I'd mentioned, Rise to Ruin. Good. Yeah, no, it actually, what's cool about this game is, like, it has a ton of, like, individual tracks. These are all custom made for the game, as far as I can tell. And you can actually buy the soundtrack. There's about 2 or 3 real good ones that I actually really enjoy. Let's see here. Now I know I'm an animal. I don't know what the flowers do in this one. I know you're kind of an expert in the other games I play, but in this one here, for me, the flowers only get in the way. You can't actually build on them, so given the choice, I would like to get rid of these sooner than later. I like to build bottlers and water masters over here and all types of stuff going on here. There we go. I don't want to get too much into it because it's a waste of time, and as you know, giving people too many tasks will waste your time. But let's see here. How are we doing? We're kind of waiting for nomads to come into town. They don't start having babies until like they're happy and they have all the food they could ever want. But as of right now, they're kind of playing a long game on getting the food. Oh, no, they actually have some food. That's pretty sweet. And they have a water catcher. Let's go ahead and blow another building slot. Later on, you'll be finding you have extra building slots, and those are mostly for using defense towers. But in the beginning here, I just like to, you have to kind of be rational about it. Another well. Now, wells will hold water, which is super nice. Let's see, we don't want it there. Up here seems like a good place for a well. It's kind of out of the way. I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, let's put a well up there. I know it's behind the rock, but eventually they'll cut down the rock, and they don't have to worry about it anymore. Let me go ahead and get this. You see? This is why we built the rain catcher. Now, you can actually see these things in action. It's pretty amazing that they have, like, pixels that actually fall. But, like, yeah, if you check it out here, obviously this thing's filling up. Our water limit's trying to go higher, but I think these guys are desperately drinking it. They were so thirsty. Even the dog is thirsty. That's not even our dog. That's just a wild dog. Interesting. But, you know, they were desperately thirsty, so I'm glad I built the rain catcher there. And as soon as that fountain's full up, they'll also be moving water into it. So look at this lumberjack go. Lumberjacks are by far my favorite character in the game, just because they cut wood extremely fast. If you look at the deforestation around the guy right here, he's already going to town, and that is one guy. With the full crew of lumberjacks, you could take this whole thing down if you have enough stockpile for it. So you know what we should do is, I have a ton of crystal down here. There is no need for crystal in town, right? I know, it's a weird action call, but we're gonna go ahead and there we go. I didn't want to get rid of the wood, just the crystal. Just the crystal. Hold on, let me bring this smaller here. Now, of course, undesirable skill. Oh, by the way, thank you again for joining us today. If you have any questions, by all means, launch them my way. You know, like, I can play this game in complete silence and really enjoy myself. But, you know, I don't know. I've been playing it for probably like 10, 15 hours, I'd say, between 2 or 3 different games, and I keep dying because I suck. Oh, here we go, something. See this stuff? This stuff is mana. It's essence, essentially. And I don't know if you're here when I explained it. You use that to kind of power your spells, the type of things you do. I wish... Hold on. Is it worth it? Hold on. Let me check this out. Let me find out if it's actually worth doing this. I've never started off this strong with an essence collector, but I will say that it is a complete waste if you let that stuff burn off. So they don't have any crystal. Oh yeah, let me retell them. If you guys want crystal, please get it from... There we go. Band of nomads. That is exactly what we wanted. Nomads and childbirth become the main way that you get people here. Obviously nomads first. Let's see where they are on the map. As soon as they arrive to the village, they will just add into your village, and will need increased housing for them. Let's see here. What are we in desperate need of? So those guys are clearing that up, and they've cleared up most of those flowers. They do work efficiently, thank goodness. Sorry, I made a sound. I thought someone had died. Who do we have joining the villages today? I think once they get to your town center, they actually officially join. Oliver Feud and Slow Cool Lee. The game actually has a one small thing it does with Twitch interaction. It will read your chat. So, do the nomads leave if the base is really shitty? No, the base isn't shitty. No, the base isn't shitty, dude. But no, not at all. The nomads come, and they will stay until they die. They'll just die of starvation. Nobody will ever leave you, as far as I know. I haven't had anybody ever leave, but it might be possible that I'm just, you know, super pro at the game. A loot box. That isn't what we wanted. In fact, we don't even need this whole fence either. This is just free wood they've given us. Cancel this fence. I don't want to reclaim it. Cancel the fence. Is there any other fences I don't want? No, the only problem is you can't tell nomads to come and go. You can't banish people if you have too many people in, you know. The way you end up doing that in the late game is you make a migration station, and you kind of have these loose workers like, oh, hold on, builders, thank you. I had to get those nomad jobs. The number here is what indicates the unemployed. It says it right there, unemployed villagers. As long as there's a number there, there we go. People who are doing absolutely nothing, eating food, drinking water, and we don't want that, obviously, so... Crap, dude, I think all that essence burnt off, which kind of sucks. Oh, look, they're mating down there. That's cool. They're trying for baby, like in The Sims. But, let's see here. So they're still doing that, I think. And I know it's kind of early on for this, but I think I should make, where is it? A water purifier. Requires a water master to bring surface water from nearby water sources. I think water purifier is what we want. Like right there. Oh, that's as close as we can go. That's what's inside our range here. Maybe I should try to squish it right up against that. You know, it makes sense. Well, water. Yeah, let's do that. You guys, disassemble that rock. I'm doing that thing again I did yesterday where I build too much, but I have all these major plans and things going on in my head. There we go. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. We don't need it. Punch that rock into bits, dude. Who do we got? Carl Schaefer. Thank you, Mr. Schaefer. There we go. So let's go ahead and stick the water purifier right there. Absolutely perfect. Now, if you'll notice, this guy is burning hot. He's a red character, so that's when housing comes in handy here. As you can see, his pathfinding is bringing him to the house. He goes in there to cool down so he won't die. When do the bad guys try to pillage? It takes about a day or two. It goes a little lenient on you in the very beginning. You'll get like this. There they are. You see them? They're already setting up. Now, the bad guys, the quote-unquote bad guys, are what you would consider the undead. The undead people are they're huge assholes, so, I mean, suspicious key, nice. 2 suspicious keys, okay. So we're going to use our god power, our first bit of god power, to just pick up this key. And we have a limited mana here, so it's a huge waste, and bring that right home to us. Now, if you could forgive me here, I'm going to do a little bit of power gaming here. I'm going to cheat this box. Because if you can get a key inside your village range, along with one of these boxes inside your village range, they will put 2 and 2 together and unlock things. The undead, essentially they'll eat your people and they'll destroy your structures. So in a way, yes, they do eat your supplies, but they don't actually go after like your essence and food specifically. But they are vicious. They do not let up. They do not quit. If like one is in your town, he will walk around and just destroy every building he can. It's absolutely just, it's incredible the damage they'll do. So there we go. Essence collector's going. Well, my hand's going too, if you'll look. Since I used a little bit of power to bring that key, the essence started collecting there. Let's try to do the same with the other key really quick. I don't want to miss this opportunity. The keys will last forever, but the essence won't, so let's go and be quick about this. Bring it right there. There we go. That's better. God, you'll see the undead. Like, it starts off so small, and you're like, oh, that ain't so bad. That ain't so bad. And then it turns out, yes, it is that bad. It freaking sucks. They get, like, so intense. Like, that's what happened in my last game. Just a little inside knowledge what I did in my other game. They, oh, shoot. Hold on, I gotta cancel this one rock. There we go. I had, like, this really sweet defense happening here, which I'll try to recreate for you here. Well, for me, and then you'll see, but in a world of my own imagination. No, I had, like, a really sweet, like, tower defense grid here, and I thought, oh, hey, you know, I'll just build a wall here and make this into, like, an extreme tower defense build, or grid, right? Well, they thought that that was too hard. Well, then we're full up on food. Let me tell them to upgrade this. They thought it was too hard, which the pathfinding does a lot. So instead of being reasonable about it and just going to their own death, they decided just to poke a hole through my now undefended area over yonder ways. And they all just flooded in. It was like probably 30, 40 different monsters. Unfortunately, that was on a long weekend, so I don't have the footage of it. But otherwise, I'd tell you to go to the YouTube page and look for that stream. But it's wholly hold on, let me tell them to finish this. We're losing a lot of stuff. See here, it's your priority builds. I'm telling them now to jump that to the top. So the very next thing they should focus on building outside of these 2 things will be that essence collector, because essence will save us. It will get us through this first few nights, because I'm not doing towers. Now, the monsters seem restless. Dusk has arrived. The monsters seem restless. That is the first indicator that some shit is going to happen to us here. That is a wild dog. Now, there are these abandoned buildings that they have here that, of course, take up slots, but I've never found a use for them. I don't know how to... maybe it's just because I'm doing it wrong. I don't know how to make these people build quickly in any direction. Growing your range is incredibly slow for me, and of course, I don't know much about it, but, you know, I thought the range isn't so bad. You know what I mean? I didn't think it's that bad, but... I mean, like, it took me all of, like, 28 in-game days to start building in this area. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering what this is, it's called a Ancient Cullis Gate. You could drop supplies and people, and with that god power that I was using to pick up, you could drop supplies and people right into that jam to get free mana. Right, well, not free, but get quick mana right off the bat. There we go. So, the first night, thankfully, is very simple. It's a very easy night. Where is the monster? There you go. It's a slime. I know, very underwhelming for our first night. And you can actually see their pathfinding, which is nice. That's what caused me to do this whole, you know, build the monster gate over here. Of course, that involves building a big-ass wall over here as well. So in order to kind of encourage them to come through here, for our next build, once we get our ancient Cullis gate, or sorry, our next ancillary built. Getting flashbacks to Terraria. I didn't know you were playing Terraria. Or you played Terraria in the past. Now, what was your strategy for Terraria, dude? Because what I ended up doing is I built like a big old hole that just had lava in it. Like, that was it, like a small layer of lava. Just because like I would just hope dudes would fall into there. But it was otherwise useless against anybody like the UFO attack or anything. Where did we lose the guy at? Well, he's almost in the village. Let's go ahead and... Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. We have an issue. I thought I'd have more mana by now. We are just short. Okay, luckily it's the first night. They are sending more people, unfortunately. I'm hoping by this point... Yeah, your villagers can attack, thank goodness, but if they get beat, like, even a little bit, they run off, so... luckily, the builders will take care of things like that. They will try to, There we go. They'll try to defend. Once we get more people, the more people you have, the more influence you have, so you have that ability. Now, here's a tip. If you do get the game, never, ever drop this meteor on anything. It'll one-shot structures. It'll kill... It won't kill as many enemies as you'd hope. Hi, hey, look at that. They're still beating on them. Come on, guys. Hold it together. It's your first night. It's your first night of real enemies. Please hold it together. We unfortunately don't have enough influence to kill off these guys in an easy peasy manner. Let's see here. No, let's not focus on that. Let's go down to 2x so we could kind of half monitor. Oh, they killed it, I think. As you saw, all that mana flew into that extractor. And then here's a little bit of extra. You can click the corpses and you get a little extra too. It's like cleanup for these guys here. It doesn't actually do anything to have the corpses laying around, but it does. Look at this, thing's full up on wood. Start upgrade. Sorry, you waste a lot of supplies if you don't upgrade your crap constantly. And the ancillary here are supposed to be able to hold stuff, but I have yet to be able to get them to like hold anything particularly useful to the cause. Let's see here. And if you look, now they're wasting stones on the ground. So let's go ahead and take better advantage of that. Key shack, rock storage. This could be doggo house area. So yeah, rock storage right there. Are there more monsters coming? There are a few more monsters coming. I'm hoping tomorrow we'll have more nomads or at least a few babies. Or something like that, because we need that influence so we can start summoning these golems. Now, in my heyday, I was able to summon about 5 or 6 of these guys, which was actually really nice. Let's see here. Where'd that box go? Did they ever open up that box? Silk? Yeah, they must have, because there's silk over here. And I do not know where silk comes from, but... Oh, it's getting bad now. Now we have Headless over here. Got the Headless over here, and we don't have any type of guards or people here. Come on, people, defend yourselves. Be strong. I used to play a shit ton, but let's see. But I would do a different setup for each boss. My main goal is to get a great vertical mobility as soon as possible, but I haven't played with the new moon bot. You haven't played with the Moon Lord yet? Dude! Oh, thank God, it's daytime. So, come daytime, new enemies will not come into your village. They will focus more on actually leaving the area. But, like, if you see these guys are kind of stuttering a little bit here. But the ones in town do need to be dealt with. And they will stay there indefinitely until they get handled. So, shoot, man. I don't want them to destroy my housing already. This is the beginning of the end for me. 3 guys, God. You know, I should... Honestly, that's my bad. I should have focused more on building a boyer, but let's see if we can't cheat the system one more time. Get the graces of God. Can I just pick up one of these loot boxes? I always click it like a dope. No, I can't. Okay, maybe I'm not so dopey. Let's bring this down to 1x. I don't really want those guys to be messing up my town too much. I can't hold the mana. That's the problem. My capacity for the influence is too low. Like, that would be honestly my first step if I could. but unfortunately my capacity's too low. So I'm hoping by bringing this chest to the town and then having them open it as such with that extra key, maybe there's a sword in there which will encourage them to fight their dang battles themselves. Oh, there they go. They're trying. Now, luckily, it's such a low number of enemies that I don't believe that they'll, man, and these are like weak houses. They're like the very first house. I'm not too worried about losing the house. I'm mostly worried about these guys messing up any other structures in the long run. Like, I really don't want them touching my, my large camp. That's how you lose. Or any of this stuff that just kind of came pre-built. Oh, God, I want to drop the fireball, but it will destroy my own crap. It will destroy my own crap, I'll tell you that. Come on, guys. Can we prioritize this? Can I at least have you guys build? Like, if I prioritize the building, right, to be built, it'll bring more people here to fight. There we go. Look at them go. That's all you guys had to do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your god is happy. Have a healing aura. Anybody who got hurt in battle. Now, bring more. We're so close to beating the day through. Oh, and there's a freaking slime there. That's bullcrap. Let's take advantage of this Culliscate here. Look at, there's a slime over here. Little sneaky asshole. Don't worry, we got people here. Come on, punch him, punch him, punch him. Now punch the slime. See, it's collecting the energy. That is so good. I lost so much energy right off the bat my first playthrough because I didn't know about energy and gates and stuff like that. There we go. Let's get a little bit more energy by breaking these bodies down. Circle of lifestyle. And then you guys now bring this. Okay, that's number 2 priority. So as soon as they're done with this house here, they'll go over there. No, kill the slime. I don't want to deal with that guy. Yes, more nomads. Yes, that's exactly what we wanted. Now that might hinder us in the slightest bit here as soon as they do join. Probably set up defenses before this snowballs into something worse. You're right, I am weak right now. Let's see, I can build 3 things, which is fine. Those 3 things are going to be thus. Let's see, civics. I think it's a bowyer. We need someone who can make arrows, essentially. Housing, refining. No, that ain't right. Manufacturing, that's what we want. Bowyer. So let's see, that's our housing. Oh shit, the ancillaries in the way, right? Oh, that's fine. I did it right, so I can have 6 houses. Let's go ahead and centralize the bowyer.
Heyo.
Hey, Kat, are you here?
I'm here. How's it going?
Fairly well. I'm showing off Rise to Ruin, like I said I was going to do yesterday, so.
Oh, fantastic.
And a bow tower should go. Let's see, what do you think? Like 2 bow towers? Commander Root Jane. Commander Root's actually an interesting name in the streaming community. I guess this guy is mysteriously collecting data, and his stream just has analytics on it. But as far as a functional person, I have no idea who that person is. So.
Well, I apologize for any noise on my part here. I got my new phone case today, and it was just delivered. So I'm going to pretend like I know how to open packaging.
And Jan Kiwi have joined, so we do have 2 new people. Let's put them to work immediately. That's too many people. There we go. Let's go ahead and get these guys up to 3x.
Hey, there's this one for you. The cat's all like, oh, is there more food for me? No, dude. Calm down.
I know. Charlie, you know, he, of course, like every animal, assumes that everything that the light touches involves him, and any crinkle involves him as well, so.
Yeah, no biggie. Yes, and he's also really doped up right now still, so.
He's still doped up?
He's super affectionate. It's kind of ridiculous.
Let's see. It's midday right now. Let's go ahead and bring these guys to 1 and 2. They can focus on repairs later. 1 and 2. They need to focus on the tower and... yeah, so okay, so my very first air quotes follower was this Commander Root, and I was like, ooh, Commander Root, thank you, and then I went and took a look at like what he was doing. And then you learned? Yeah, well, I went and looked at the channel. Go check him out sometime, Commander Root, whatever. I took a look at the channel, and like, it's just analytics, right? So then I looked him up. I'm like, oh, Commander Root, what is this guy? And people are like, yeah, I don't know, mysteriously collects data along with like 2 other people. The people don't know what he's using the data for. So he's technically the very first follow I had on the channel. But he, she, they, crew, whatever they're doing with it is mysterious and unknown. And I find it kind of neat. I'm actually really into like hidden lore stuff like that. So it piqued my interest.
Yeah, baby.
Ah, crap. So it's midday right now. Here we have one more frame. I think it's called evening before they start getting rowdy and want to attack. So we actually have to get this makeshift bowyer up and running as soon as possible, which I believe they're working on, I guess. Who do we have any spare people here? Water Masters? Nope. Oh, there's still a slime. Look at that. That's what's happening. All these dudes are freaking out because of the slime. Do we have enough influence yet? We do. Go get him, Golem. There we go. The Golem will clean up the mess for us. Oh, he's not very strong, but he's doing it. There we go. That's all we needed that first night, was that little Golem right there. Then a little bit more energy goes into our pocket. And life is good.
I'm not sold on my new phone case, but I like it.
So tell me about your new phone case.
So it basically has a slide down feature where I can put a card in, you know, because like at work when we walk downstairs, you don't want to bring like a whole bag, and not all women's clothing has pockets.
Yeah, women's clothing does suck.
I feel like at work it's rude to do the boob tuck.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's rude necessarily, but I would say it's not. Wait, what is
There's a level of inappropriate for work that I'm not quite comfortable with.
Right.
So I wanted to get something that would hold a card, so that when I run downstairs, I can just pop that in the phone and then have one thing to carry.
Right, right.
And it's pretty. I need to get a pop socket for it because it's very smooth finish. But
right.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I like it. Maybe you can just get some swag and get a work-related pop socket for free.
Avocado do babo. Avocado badabo. Avocado de badabo. I don't know. That's, I guess that's another viewer that we have here sometimes, but...
And yes, it is streaming the data, basically, to analyze it by itself.
Yeah, did you check it out?
It's so weird.
Did you check out the Commander Root thing? I told you, it's weird. Here we go, hold on, let's cut this down to 3. This is the important crap here, so... We want this guy to just make arrows all day long. We want whoever we assign here to just build arrows, because these towers need arrows and they will run out during the night. So I've discovered that too many is not even an option here. This is the...
Many is not an option. Got it.
It's very much like any other production-based type game. You know, you have like a maintain, you have an active make, queue, and then this is the amounts that they have in stock / in towers. So higher the better. At first, in order to manage supplies, I just wasn't interested in making that any higher than it need be, but I kept running out. So let's go ahead and sacrifice a couple builders to make a couple Fletchers just for the night here. And then cut these back up to 3. That way they can start working on their overstock of arrows.
Sit. Tater, sit.
There they go. You can actually see it making stuff, which I find to be really cool.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And eventually someone should be dropping these arrows off to the tower, I'm hoping.
Man, his meds gave him such bad munchies.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's such a bad beggar right now.
Let's see, how are we doing? We're all full up on food again. I'm sorry, if you guys are going to build, I'd rather you build more for warehousey stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't have any provisioners, which is okay. Okay, okay. So they have... Yeah, dude, the guy, I'm telling you, Commander Root. I don't know, people don't know what he does. I don't know what he does. I'm more or less intrigued by the, you know, like the mystery of Commander Root. So
I mean, it might be a guy with a data fetish, but I mean, those are so rare these days.
A data fetish. It's funny, is like just a little bit ago we were talking about having a bargain fetish. Yesh and I. It's his birthday today. Sir Sandwich on the stream sometimes.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday! Mine was on Monday.
Yeah, y'all look old. Me,
hey.
I'm a plucky.
Calm down there, youngin'.
I'm a plucky 14-year-old.
Yep. I call crap on that.
14 years young, they say.
If I had to go back to 14, I don't even know what I would do.
I would not want to. There they go.
I don't even. I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Bye. Don't do this to me again. You can't do it.
There, you saw them running the supplies there. They bring the wood to the place, they make the arrows, they put the supplies on the towers, and they'll do that actively during the battle. The idea is that the monsters should get attracted to these things because they're doing the damage and then die. And of course, we have enough influence finally to start summoning holy golems should we need.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, that works out crap. There's all that mana that's wasted. But, I mean, heck, we have more defense than we did last night. So, let's go ahead and drop this down just a little bit more normal speed. Where are we via range? Now, I can build a wooden tower there, or not a wooden tower, but a wooden fence to kind of funnel these guys in, which is something I would rather do than have them walk into my crap directly, so. And if we can make this the clean. Now, I found if you make this too complex, like I did mention, the pathfinding will then just send them around this way, which isn't what we want. In fact, there should be monsters eventually.
So are you building like a row of towers over there at some point?
I don't like wasting too much on towers. What I'll end up doing is, you see the range here? I'll try to extend this out as much as possible and just build myself a big-ass wall. In fact, I should probably do that with stone just across here, so... let's find the first monsters, find out where their pathfinding's leading them. Hopefully right on, and I was correct. They think this area is too difficult to go through now because of the small amount of fences I've put over there, so... Next thing we'll do here is we'll go ahead and figure this crap out. I'm actually rather upset about that.
Such is the nature of a game where you need to defend yourself, though.
I know. It's not that I'd be completely upset about. It's just like, come on, game. Can you just for a little bit be cool?
It is cool. Hello, have you seen it? Like, let's be real.
Game's like, I'm the coolest it's ever been. You want
so
cool?
What are you doing right now? What is that?
Oh, right now I'm destroying. I'm marking all this crap for death.
Oh, okay. So you're clearing stuff out. Yeah. He's not wrong. You did leave that side completely wide open.
Yeah, I know.
And Zyrable's like, you left that side like completely open.
Yeah, I know. So let's go ahead and summon in our.
Wrong. That's why I asked if you were going to put some defenses or anything there. So.
Yeah, well, I can summon this golem now, and the golem will do a pretty good job. Plus, I have the essence collector here, so I can recharge my stuff here. I just have to. Come on, get in there. Start whacking him. The zombie might outlive my golem just because he's too mobile.
Oh my god.
There he goes. He's stopping.
Monster game.
That's right, people. Go.
Well, that's Totes in the Pro, so I'm going to be playing that.
What are you playing?
I'm going to be playing Monster Masume.
Monster Masume?
Well, on here it's listed as Monmusu, but
okay.
Have you ever read Monster Masume?
I've never even heard of that.
It's not appropriate.
Okay. I saw Slayer Darkfang yesterday was playing this game called Crush Crush. I had precisely 2 minutes of like, oh, what kind of jerk-off game is this guy playing? Before I was like, oh, this jerk-off game looks pretty fun. Like,
Crush Crush?
Yeah, it's called Crush Crush. That's all it is. It's a free game on Steam.
Yeah, he likes those free games.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. So
I can't blame him.
We did go ahead.
Crush Crush is very much like the Monster Masume.
Okay, yeah. So.
I bet he has the DLC.
Oh boy. So I'm thinking here, because our tower limit's really low, but we have another ancillary slot. The wisest decision would be to build the ancillary over here somewhere, just to kind of start filling in this area with perimeter I can use, and then we'll build a big ass wall.
Probably not your worst idea, man.
Monmasu. Oh yes, one guy has chosen poorly.
One guy has chosen poorly.
Suck on these defenses, you one little jerkbag. Where is he? The other ones are going the other way.
That's because the other ones are
smart.
hey,
look it. Somebody actually died over here. Oh, that's actually my guy. Don't look. Don't look
Oh
at
my
it.
god. Don't pay any attention. That was mine.
There we go. You know, those towers are doing their job fairly well. The other... Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go ahead and turn this perimeter, or this range view off. Range.
Oh.
So...
no,
those are golems, so the holy golems have a time frame. Like, they can only live for so long because they only have so much magic in them. So, those aren't actual villagers. It gives you, like, this big old wham-wham warning if someone dies. You know, like, you suck, you shouldn't play this game anymore. Why are you alive? You're human scum. That type of stuff, you know, normal video game stuff. No, it'll go like, boo-doo-doo-doo, if somebody were to die. So, there we go. Do we have enough? Can these villagers handle the one headless?
Hold. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm trying to get the sound to not exist. Oh, there we go. Woo!
Oh, there's more than one headless, but we do still have a golem. And I could summon one more golem should need be, which we should.
I feel like you should.
Still lack of towers. So the very first thing we'll do in the morning here is we'll definitely build an ancillary out here in this range. Again, what I want to do is I want to build a wall that spans across this gap to this stone. I found that if you build to the water, monsters can swim, so you can't. You're kind of screwed. Right? Wouldn't that be cool? And again, that's some of the things that if the developers would, I'm positive they were like, you know, paying attention to any type of critique and comments that you add to the game. But you know, that's one of those things that I really do like. Here's something I don't mess around with too much here. Well, I do, but if you hit R, it'll show you what people are bitching about. One villager's homeless, one villager's confused, people are outside the village, one building's damaged. Thirsty is kind of a big thing, but you know, if you look, we have a lot of water. It says, oh shit, if you, hold on. They have a ton of water and food. Upgrade this large storage one more time. We can't actually. We should build another small one. Oh no, we're wasting food now.
Oh no, we're wasting food.
It's not a huge issue. I managed to pull through the winter by learning about stockpiling food, like in autumn, which is the one season before winter. So it can be done if you have a lot of mana to blow on stuff here. But you know, I need this ancillary finished. Let's go ahead and jump that to the top of the build queue. Now that we have these towers going.
All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Let's see here, meteor. In the meantime, we have a lot of mana being wasted, so let's take a look for those keys and spots. That's a chest. We still already have a chest. There's a spot. Be a key. There we go. Bring that key home. Put it next to this box. Somebody open it. Where else do we got? Yeah, no, I really like that idea with the graveyard. Yes, another key. Dope. What are they? Oh, they must be out of supply. Oh no, they're busy building crap. So they have enough stone for like this structure. They have enough wood. I know they have enough in reserve. So I mean, like, that's no boards. Okay, now I have to start getting into end game stuff. So not end game, but like later on, so that, like stage 2 stuff. So initially, all your structures can be built with logs. It got too dark, dude. I was like, that was honestly my first thought there, but. Oh shit, dude. We have like iron ore in here that's just gonna go to waste too. We definitely need like a storage at the very least. They need to start building this ancillary. But oh yeah, look at that. They opened up the chest finally. Now we are loaded with tools. And everybody's grabbing tools, which is really cool. It increases their work speed. There's actually a button on here that'll show you village efficiency. Minus the weather. You get yeah, there you go. I mean, you can read it yourself. It's pretty cool, honestly. And our harvest speed is higher because I believe we upgraded the lumberjack shack once. There it is. Harvest speed 10. Building, road repair. I don't know. I don't mess too much with roads specifically. I don't know if they do anything. It doesn't say necessarily that they give you a build speed upgrade. 3x, please. You know what? You got me thinking about that graveyard thing. I don't think there's any mods for this game. I don't think it's like a super mod-friendly game at the exact moment currently, so... but I mean, that would be so cool, right? Oh, right, there we go. We don't need any more Fletchers. Yeah, they're just dumping arrows on the ground. Too many Fletchers, please. There you go. Please, more builders. Oh, shit. Actually, no. That's, that was not the Fletcher's problem. That's my problem. They opened up that other chest finally because I dropped more keys. So we actually are far ahead as far as supplies go. We need...
Which is good, because you're going to need them.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm more afraid that they're going to rot, because I know there's a lot of decay in this game. Like, I'll try to show... There you go. The dark boulder there, that's decaying, and it will disappear. Logs will do the same, and I think items will do the same. I'm not entirely sure, but... Okay, so we have an ancillary, meaning we could build more buildings. Let's think this through. So... For the sake of... Now, we didn't go nuts on the rock. Roads would probably help make sure people don't take dumb paths. Dude, they just walk wherever they want. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to where they walk, which is absolutely insane. Let's see here. Now, I'm trying to think, because, like, having a lumber mill would be nice, right? Like, right there would be good. How many more buildings do I? We'd have 4, so... We could do like a lumber mill, wood supply next to the lumber mill, and then like a stone cuttery. Now the stone cuttery can go up there. Now let's just focus on lumber. Something we need. Lumber mill. And a storage for extra wood. Oh, and then storage for ammo, of course. Which can go center-wise. Okay, now the wood. Wood storage, right? That seems right. Not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing anything crazy. I have one more building now. We are maxed out. Oh my god. And we need a stone cutter because we can't finish our fountains, which is a waste. So I think that last building should be a stone cutter. Plus, you know, we got a ton of stone just sitting there. Like, both of our things are full, so you might as well utilize it. That's one of these things that I like about this game is I don't like coming across like walls that you can't pass when it comes to these type of games. So this game, I always feel like it's more like I have so much I don't know what to do with it, and the problem is like the building count that I have. So it's kind of a non-problem.
I mean, I don't know. I don't consider things non-problems unless they don't exist in the game.
I suppose. I don't know, depends on
how
you look at it.
I know that sounds silly, but kind of how I work.
Come on, you guys. I just want this to be nice and flush with this building. One more. There we go. So as soon as this is done, we could start making boards, which will let us start more advanced structures here. Luckily, it doesn't get any more advanced than that. Oh shit! I forgot that we were. We were trying to build a big ass wall.
Yeah, I forgot that we were, and I was like defending.
Yeah, well, we got the wall here, so let's go ahead and keep it simple. Wall, wooden fence. We are going to destroy and remake this wall like 1 billion times. The only problem that I have with any of the fence mechanics in this game here is that they do block your range. So in order to find out if your range has grown at all, you always have to destroy your wall. So it's kind of this like hit or miss, like freaking ride or die. Well, I guess it's morning time. I better hope that nothing attacks me, you know, type of stuff that happens. It's absolutely just cutthroat and crazy. All right. So far, our village isn't doing so bad, you know what I mean? Let's take a look. These guys are spreading, and they will destroy these resources with their corruptness. And, as a fun added note, if any of your guys walk into the Blight, they have a chance of dying and becoming a zombie, which will just add to their forces. It's more or less really tragic. I had that problem when, you see this food down here, and I cleverly did not choose to elect to try to harvest that food. It's because dudes kept coming down here and dying, like, real quick. Yeah, it sucked.
That does suck.
That
doesn't seem so abundant.
I know. Now I'm gonna do some.
But I suppose that's the catch.
Yep, that's true. Let's see here. Just for whatever sake, I'm going to go ahead and get one of these going. There is something important to be noted about the dogs in this game, is they do take up housing slots if you don't have a dog house built. So, yeah.
Did not know.
Yeah, so it's important to get those kind of going. So we'll have this. At most, we'll have 6 houses here, and at maxed out, you can hold like 96 people. So, you know, 6 houses will plenty do it here. And then we'll probably start building dog houses as needed. What I've been doing in my previous games is around anybody over 80, I'll send them to a different map. You need at least 10 people to seed a different map with, you know, to kind of do this again. The more maps you could spread out and make functioning communities on, the less the corruption is spread in the world, and like the easier the world's supposed to be. I haven't gotten to that point. Everything is hard, and life is hard, and you should just feel bad about it in this game. Let's go ahead and get, let's clear this crap up. We don't want this crystal. Now, the only reason I'm clearing this up, in case you're wondering, is crystal will spread. It is crystal, so it will spread, and eventually it'll kind of take over this area. And we want more build area in here, even if it's just for wells, even if it's just for those type of fountains that we're waiting to get done over here. They have plenty of crystal down here, and it will grow if I were to hit it with this motivate land that we have, you know. So I'm not too concerned about it being cut off there. I am concerned about this mana waste. Now, I can't do the motivate land spell, unfortunately, so let's go ahead and just drop one of these guys in here. I mean, at very worst, he'll hang out long enough to kill some of those guys. And at the very best, maybe he'll kill all of them and just be there forever. Oh, look at my glorious little people. Look at my glorious little people and their little wall. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that they're prioritizing the wall over building like the lumberjack place and stuff like that. They know that the safest bet is to get people to walk past these 2 towers. Now we are going to go ahead and drop one off of here and put one into the Fletchers, because those Fletchers are the primary guys who drop off the arrows to these little towers. Oh, this dude ain't going to live. Is that a dog? What are we looking at there? What is this guy?
Let's calm down, Peter.
Oh, the golem is a little dog. I guess they get more advanced later on, because I thought they were supposed to look like little people. That's the holy golem, huh? No, that's a Godot golem? Oh, where's the holy golem? I don't know, but I feel like the holy golem should work for you if you, like, if you put down a holy golem and there's nothing to kill, it only makes sense that they should probably fight, right?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, some of these tools are decaying here. That's no good. Or maybe that's just what a hoe
looks like.
looks like.
My cat was so hungry this morning that he ate butter cookies.
He ate butter cookies?
You know, like those little tin cookies?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he knocked the container off so that it would bust open, and then he sat there and he ate some.
Oh boy, what a dick. Let's go ahead and... Oh god, it's such a risky land that we live in. Because, like, okay, so I have all the supplies here, right? The ammo and whatever, I can just remake that. I don't really care, but these tools are pretty valuable for trading, so I'm thinking about sticking an equipment storage somewhere. Like, let's see, bottlers and the water stuff should go up there because it's nearest to the water, so maybe... Oh, it would fit right there if those rocks were gone. I'm an animal. I shouldn't be wasting these supplies, but I mean, like... there we go. Gotta take advantage of the land, you know what I mean? Like, I can get more rocks. There's more rocks on the map. I can build other communities and have rocks sent to me. Oh, look at that. We are 1 gate short. If they would just focus on this gate. Was that the sound of a dating sim?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, I recognize those noises.
Shh. I don't know what you're talking about. I may or may not resemble that remark.
Let's go ahead and get that equipment storage.
Talk about those things, man.
They did a very good job right there.
I feel like roads would be very aesthetically pleasing in your village.
Wait. We can't actually do that. I forgot we were going to do another food storage right there. I don't want to waste that. Equipment storage.
He's not being wrecked right now.
Not right now. Soon. Soon. Don't worry. Ultimate wreckage will happen sooner than later.
I'm waiting for him to realize that roads are cool.
Well, they... Oh, shit. Look at them. You guys had one job. I'll go ahead and bring this down to 1. Bring in the Holy Golem. Everyone else... Oh, look at he gave up. Ha! Funny. I guess they finished the gate before nighttime, so now they're walking through my area. Fantastic. Life's good again. Life is good again. Just outside of my range, however, but life is good. Alright, we officially have control again. Good. Good.
Right?
That's all I want is control.
Really?
I want a perfect body, I want a perfect soul. Because I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Hell am I even doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out again.
I don't know what to say about that right now.
Oh, yes, this is good right here. So as far as boards go, how many... You guys can hold 32? Then I want everything you do in your life to be boards.
Wow, I'm going to remember that later when you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'll be like, no, someone simmed you. Someone programmed you to do this for the rest of forever.
Mm-hmm. Every bit of your life is boards. I mean, if you work in a place where the only job is to make boards, and you're not making boards, then what's your point of your fucking job then? You know what I mean? Like... Wait, no, that's a maintain.
What do you think, Undesirable?
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, he saw. Said it was clutch. Thank you, Undesirable. Appreciate it. You're my...
That was way before that. That was about your gate being finished, I think.
Yeah, and I know, but I appreciate it. Ah, god damn it. I think a lot of those tools rotted. Well, is what it is. Is what it is.
Ooh, I can hire another girl.
I mean, these guys seem pretty... Are you playing Hoonie Pop? Are you playing
No,
Hoonie Cam Studio?
I'm not playing any of the Honey
I don't
Hoonie
believe you.
Pop. I'm playing Musu.
Because I'm making a decision here. Because all those tools rotted, I don't want to waste that spot for that equipment building there. So we're just going to go ahead and jump that down the list of important shit. So let's go ahead and, since we're actually doing fine by ways of this, let's go ahead and drop our builders for the night. Make sure we have carpenters for boards and stone cutters. I don't have anyone cut the store. There we go.
Oh my god, I just got a message. So what made you want to play a tentacle porn game? Monster Museum or Masame, huh?
We all
I
knew.
didn't know they had one. I see it's not so PG.
We all knew.
Like,
we know what you're doing.
Thanks, Discord for stalking me.
We all know.
And it's not a tentacle porn game.
Dude, Hoonie Pop Studio looks like fun.
It is. I enjoy those games. I know it's really silly, but
yeah. What gets me because he's like,
don't be too ashamed to buy something, man.
So
Honestly,
it's Red Dead. Oh yeah, I
Red
forgot,
Dead's
man.
awesome.
Tomorrow he's starting Red Dead. He's starting his Red Dead adventure, dude.
Yay! You're gonna do it. You're gonna join the club.
I mean, you could join that Fallout 76 swag wagon that I've been on. That sweet
So
life.
to be fair, Fallout 76 needed a longer beta.
I mean, at this point, yes, it is known.
Oh, what's today? Oh, yeah, my dentist hates me so much right now. I rescheduled my kiddo's dentist appointment for this morning and slept right through it.
Oh boy.
The dentist
It
hates
happens. Let's see what the chief complaints are. No complaints at the exact moment here. I have a complaint though. I do want.
Okay.
Dude,
so
Undesirable.
Red Dead is amazing. Have you done the intro yet, or are you just like waiting entirely?
Hasn't started it yet. He's doing it tomorrow.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing it tomorrow. He's already put this out. This is known.
It is not known to me. It was not known.
Like, just because I pay attention to my followers more than you.
Well, I'm not spoiling anything. I don't.
He says if you spoil anything for you, he'll fly to North Dakota and peel you dry. I don't know what that means.
That would be great because I live in Minnesota. What?
That's true.
No, the thing being, I don't do spoilers. Spoilers don't do anything for me. That's why I asked if you had done any part of the game, because if you had done part of the game, I would have been willing to discuss some of it. But since you haven't, I'm super excited for you. That's all I gotta say.
That's all she's got to say.
It's fun, and I really enjoy it. I have one friend who lives on spoilers, and they're constantly talking about the things in the games before I get the chance to play them, and I could just choke them.
Oh, I bet.
Because, you know, he'll message and he'll be like, hey, have you gotten to this part yet? And I'm like, no, why would you ask
Oh,
me if
what
I've
a
gotten to that
dick.
scene? Why
Wow,
wouldn't you just say,
really?
how far have you gotten? Yeah. So isn't that etiquette to say, hey, how far have you gotten in the game?
Right. That's
And then
true.
use
I mean,
something super vague as a reference point. Have you reached this specific location? You know, like, God.
What is this? So we're upgrading our food storage. We are actually maxed out on food in a lot of the regards here, and that is so beautiful.
I didn't do any Red Dead content before playing the game. I looked at a few like screenshots and stuff, you know, on articles. They would pop up on my feed, and then I would unfollow the article because I didn't want to know, because I really love Red Dead Redemption. I mean,
I've been playing the Red Dead series for a long time, so.
Yeah, man, I'm hyped for you. You're gonna love it. It's great. If I have one piece of advice, and this is not a spoiler, it is to inspect and collect all of the things.
Yeah, I'm told there's a lot of weapons that you could actually miss out on. That's one of the things I did look. I looked at the trailer on TV, so I know there's a train that you can rob, and like horses.
Oh yeah, the ghost train spoiler. Yeah. There are horses. I mean, it is the West.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maintenance with different things.
I have a spoiler for both of you.
No.
Here we go. I'm going to spoil something.
No.
The horses have testicles. That's what I found out. I heard a lot of people were talking about that testicle physics.
This is your big spoiler. The horses have, and they are apparently dynamic. I'm not gonna lie.
They're dynamic horse testicles. I don't think they shrivel up in the cold, though.
Yeah, man, and actually, it explains a lot, because most people who are huge fans of Fallout do inspect every detail of a game until it loses its magic. Not gonna lie.
You know what? You made a good point there. Do the horses breed?
That I have not discovered yet.
Because why do they have testicles? Does that mean there's horse vaginas?
Whoa! Now we're getting too far.
Is that too much? Is that too many words? Well, I mean, it's like, what's the point of the testicles then if they're not going to have like?
I can't spoil something I don't know, man. Right? Right? Oh no.
Alright, so these attacks are only going to get worse. If you take a look, they've built themselves another corrupted graveyard. Just a quick note in-game. So I'm working on actually upgrading my ancillaries that I have, along with the camp that I can build more ancillaries, and of course build more buildings. So we're making moves forward, just to kind of put
How about, what do you got going up on the north end?
Nothing. It's just kind of the top of the map. I'm going to do iron facility here, like a smelter.
Oh, okay.
My problem is I'm short of people.
There, like you can't get attacked from the north?
No, they come from that bottom always. Consistently. I don't know if they actually use the wood, but it's clear they're building stuff. Yeah, no, that's actually a little village. They actually do crap. I can't attack them.
A village of monsters or a village of your people?
Down there? It's a village of monsters.
Oh, that's cute.
But I don't know how to send troops out. That's the thing, is like, I don't know, it hasn't told me that you can send troops out.
You know you have Google, right?
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I play the game. There is a barracks, though, and it says the barracks defend your town. You know, and there's buildings that, like, fight the corruption, so I'm thinking, honestly, I'm just supposed to build my, like, wall out and out and out, but I just haven't.
Yeah, he's not wrong. You should make another rain catcher for people.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, no, the fountain's not full. Yeah, I should. Usually I go with about 4 of them.
He once dehydrated a whole village to death.
She was there. It turns out when you build people in the desert, they need water. They need more water than just a little bit. So, honestly, I think what I found out, though, is more fountains are more important than more rain catchers. I think the game is in early access still.
You need to water your folk.
They have water. They have 2,000 water. That's a lot of water for, like, this many people. We'll stick another water fountain there.
How's your food?
As far as food goes, we've got plenty.
The farm is full. He also almost starved his people to death because nobody wanted to cook.
I have starved my people to death, thank you.
His cook kept going and harvesting potatoes, but not making anything out of them.
Well, they can eat raw food, which, again, is their problem, not mine.
Huh. Well, their problems become yours when they die.
Yeah, that's true. Makeshift water purifier. Of course, the ancillaries are going up, which is fantastic. As soon as we get... Oh, we need a crystal harvester. I forgot about that. Let's see. There's additional crystal there. There's food there. There's water to be had. Commander Root has mated with John Kiwi. Yeah, I mean, I haven't found any patrols either. Like, okay, so the air quote patrols, and let me turn this down to 1 while I talk about this. The air quote patrols are dictated by these buildings called, like, scouting outposts, which, if I'm not mistaken, they're under defense, miscellaneous, no. Guards and golems. Outposts, there you go. That's where, like, your people will, like, patrol to, like, your guards, but, like, the guards are just dudes with armor on. They're not very good. Like, these towers are where your money's at, so I don't, and you, as you can see, you have limited buildings, so, I'm not completely sold on the whole guards tower thing like that, but, you know, that's just me being nitpicky about this. Let me go ahead and disassemble this fence. It's not doing me any good anymore. I want to see where my range is at, essentially. Because once I get like a good chunk right there, then I could build my trap that I like to build. Well, the one that I will be building. There we go. Jump this back up to 3.
There you go. Is that better? Yeah.
No nomads
I'm buying my
today.
cat's affection back with turkey. Sorry.
You know, it's not really affection. Cats are jerks, is what I've discovered.
Well, he was mad because I took his testicles. I feel like turkey's the least I can do for the poor guy.
He shouldn't be so self-aware that he's just like, my balls, woman. You've taken my balls, like.
Inside the basin, not a perimeter. I mean, it probably is, actually.
Maybe it's more for inside the basin. Yeah, maybe. I mean, for inside the base, I've just been dropping these holy golems, and that tends to do it until you run out of mana, of course.
No, you don't get more. It's my sandwich now.
Okay, that'll be all the crystal they'll ever need. Well, it would be nice, though, if I could. My one goal I wanted to do is get this perimeter fence right here. You know, but I could never get the range that far out. So I'm going to attempt to make that push this time here now that I have this fence figured out. You know?
Yeah.
And push out this way. Because last time, I definitely filled up this area, but I had to keep upgrading my little defenses here. And again, like I said, you have to disassemble all of this crap to be able to see how far your perimeter goes out. So maybe we'll get it right this time. Still have one lumberjack. My limiting factor right now is people. I need these guys to start having babies. One home has no
if they weren't so busy making boards all day, they might be busy making babies.
Now, if I could drop this plant spell, I could start getting them food. They're bitching about lack of food right now. Which I don't know if there's any more food to scavenge on the map. There's some. It's super dependent on that spell. I know I keep bringing up, like, oh, I wish I could, if they were unemployed. Actually, that's what I thought, too. I mean, that's what I thought, too, but it turns out not the case. They mate more if they're happier, but I think it's because, since it's summertime and it's super hot, and, you know, people have no food, they're choosing not to have babies, wisely, of course. But, you know, I need more workers. Oh, now they're getting crystal. Interesting. I wonder if that has to be within my range for them to effectively use that. Something else to consider, I guess. You live in the desert? Are you just mocking these people here? Yeah, no, Kitty here knows a bit about the desert. A bit.
Yes. I moved to the Midwest from the desert, so I'm curious which desert.
There you go. So we still have one Fletcher. We have one Stonecutter. We need people is the problem. Like I only have 5 builders, and these guys will only build at this point.
Arizona. So. I moved here from New Mexico.
I've been to both places, and that's all I could say about that. That's all I could say about that. Now, I will say, I really liked New Mexico when I was there, and, well, Arizona was a bit red.
It's a fantastic place to visit, but I would never live there again, I don't think. Maybe like when I'm 80 and I need the high desert to save me.
I liked the flat. Everything, it was so flat.
Oh, it's not flat in most of the desert.
Yeah, no, I was in, I forgot exactly where I was. We were on a road trip, so every place was the same place and no place at the same time, if you understand.
Yeah, that's what, like, driving between two cities is in the desert, no matter if it's mountainous desert or if it is lowlands desert.
Yeah. But I saw a lot of nice things out there. I saw buttes, which I thought was neat.
Mm-hmm. They are cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about it. Buttes were neat.
Yeah, we used to drive around a lot down south. Several of my great aunts live in Mesa, Tempe, and Phoenix, and my sister lives in Casa Grande, and I have friends who live in San Antonio, so I drove both ways.
Oh, that boy came in hot.
Let's see. Field mice. Oh my god, hantavirus.
Field mice that I can't bring it home and freak out my parents. Is that a huge issue?
Hantavirus is a big deal down there. Like, everyone's like, you're gonna get hantavirus.
Oh, jeez.
Huge deal. Or at least in New Mexico. I don't know how Arizona is, but in New Mexico, they're always like, hantavirus. Headline news.
Yes. You know what I could do? I just realized, instead of making a whole new rain catcher, I could just upgrade this one rain catcher. It only cost me 16 wood.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing this the hard way? Just make the one that I have better, not waste up the building slots.
Ew.
I know. Let's see here. God. So I can build 2 more ancillaries. I'm thinking about putting one down here just to push. Not affected by the fear mongering. Yeah, no, undesirable
I'm not affected by it either, but it's really this year. This last year actually was the first year that hantavirus was detected in the state of North Dakota.
Mostly because he didn't hear about it.
It was a big deal for everyone.
Look at these beautiful towers doing their wonderful job. In fact, there's so much free mana just floating around. Let's go ahead and just drop a golem here and collect some of that mana around. I hate to get it wasted.
It's probably what's wrong with me. I probably have hantavirus.
Probably. That's what caused the dwarvism.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Alright, let's go ahead and pop these corpses.
No more turkey. No more turkey. No.
The cats are jerks.
No. He's so sassy. He's as sassy as you are.
Yeah, no, that's what made my buddy say that, like, that's the reason why I don't like cats, is because most cats don't like other cats.
You're basically a cat.
I don't like that, though, because I'm a dog person. Commander Root keeps
dogs.
mating
There's a
with
difference
Kiwi.
between liking dogs and being a dog person and being a person who resembles characteristically a dog.
That's true. I think I'm
You do not resemble characteristically a dog.
Ah, motherfuck.
One of the management staff characteristically resembles a dog, and he irritates you some days.
Which one is it? Is it Baroni?
No, I'm not talking physical characters. I'm talking personality. Like, oh my god, we're so excited. Everything's gonna be great.
Motherfuck. Hold on. There's an earthquake happening and an origin point around over here.
Why are you having an earthquake?
I know, right? That's the big question here.
You're gonna have.
But it's destroying trees. Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, coyotes are a big deal in the desert.
I heard coyotes are tricky, like tricky AF.
They're smart, and they are rabid carriers. So you have to be very careful, and they will eat pretty much anything that they can attack and kill. There are coyotes who do not, but it's very rare, especially with small domestic animals.
All right, we're actually doing pretty good here. Nomads, yes, finally.
Yeah, you got friends.
One legit walked right by my family and my cat. It was just like,
Well,
hey guys.
Some people breed them and have them and raise them as dogs, and then they breed them into the dog population, which is basically the same thing that happened in how blue and red healers came into existence with dingoes. But, it's a hard one because coyotes in themselves are not domestic. So.
Oh, man.
Yes.
All right. So we actually have a very good population limit here. I don't technically want to build any more jobs, so I'm going to focus on upgrading things here. More gerbs. So let's go ahead and focus on having free space for people. Another night I woke to them howling. God damn it. Where are these earthquakes coming from? I actually turned off screen shake. It was giving me too much crap earlier, so... Oh, I guess I shouldn't go through this. So, as far as upgrades go, a lot of these things go different directions, especially with the housing. After the first upgrade, or after whatever upgrade you could choose, high occupancy, which brings down comfort, but, you know, gives them... the earthquakes just hurt people and destroy buildings. Well, they hurt buildings, too. I haven't actually had them murder anything particular, but they will fuck your shit up and give your people... Like, if you look, these houses are all messed up now, you know? So, by opting to build things, they're going to start bitching that their stuff isn't figured out well enough. So, let's go here. Basically, just to explain these really quick, basically, you could opt for more people, less comfort, less people, more comfort, or right down the middle, which is where I land on most of these. So, but yeah, now all these buildings are all damaged up, which is pretty much no good. Also, it's brought to light here that I actually haven't had, oh, and it drops rocks everywhere. That's another side thing that I forgot. But, you know, these fucking rocks are
pretty.
everywhere.
Sorry, I'm watching Sideshow Collectibles. They're showing their concept figures. Oh my god, it's so pretty.
What is a Sideshow Collectible?
So Sideshow Collectibles do a premium format figures. They do statues that are realistic. Now, the first one they're doing is the Grace statue. It is a fairy type statue. It's a fantasy-based statue. It's beautiful. The artists and the sculptors who work for and with Sideshow Collectibles are beyond phenomenal. They do movie, art, original. They do all kinds of stuff. If you've never looked into them, I advise it. We're not sponsored by any means, but this is just something that's really cool for everybody.
Ooh, there's some over there.
Hyper realistic statues. I mean, it's great. Right now they're kind of showing off how the Superman. Is it Superman? Or are you doing? Yeah, Superman statue works. I had to take a minute because they were only showing the base and had to wait till they showed the cape.
Yeah, like, oh, you had to figure out Superman by what his feet look like?
No, it was the, well, kind of, actually.
God damn it, another earthquake. If these don't let up, my places are going to get ruined up. I'm tired of all these rocks getting dropped everywhere. See that? Oh, it originated in the middle of my town, too. And it creates these unbuildable little sinkholes that you have to then put work into. If they ever made a
and then they're going to
hyper-realistic
reveal
gnome.
the Aquaman statue. Hyper-realistic gnome. Honestly, I believe they have. You would have to check out their gallery of things that they've already done. But I'm fairly certain they have. I don't remember what it was for. But yeah, they're going to do the Aquaman statue, and then they're doing like which is totally cool. But
3 earthquakes. God damn it.
Ugh. I love Sideshow Collectibles. I wish I could afford them. That's the only downside to them is they do have payment plans and stuff, but I just can't bring myself to do it when I have to actually eat.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I met several of the sculptors at Comic-Con a year before this last. Because I went this summer, but I went 2 years ago. And I actually, incidentally, it was great. I was trying to get a picture with one of their figure models. And there was a lady, she's like, oh, just come over here and wait for like 5 minutes and she'll go on break. And I was like, oh, cool, you know, whatever. Someone who works the booth. And so I'm talking to this lady, and come to find out she's the wife of one of the sculptors for them. And so I got to meet like the whole crew, and it was just completely surreal. I got to see photos of their workshops and their studios, and it was so neat. I fangirled.
Apparently.
Yeah, I love working at Comic-Con. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's Comic-Con and Gen Con both. And
do the rocks from the earthquakes give you anything, or they're just trash? They are just more goddamn rocks that get in the way, along with those sinkholes that they had sitting around.
Sinkholes in this one?
Yeah, but I cleared them up really quick. It's not like a sinkhole per se. It's more like it's a it's just like an unbuildable ditch. Essentially, you know, it's not like it goes down that far, but yeah, an earthquake happens. You have to like repair it. All my buildings are all fucked up, and that'll be a constant complaint. For the 23 buildings are damaged, and a lot of people are hot. We should build a bottler. Bottlers are actually interesting mechanic. Hold on, let me find them here. Food, water purified bottler. There it is. A bottler is an interesting guy, along with the cook. They essentially make the stuff portable, so people don't have to go to fountains or otherwise, you know, just a round water source in order to get a drink of water, essentially, you know what I mean? They can just carry it on them. It lets their range go a little bit longer. They won't overheat as much, which is kind of nice, especially when you get kind of larger villages with stuff kind of on the outskirts like this. So far, man, you know, I've been doing this game for like an hour and a half. I said I'd show it to you. What do you think of it so far? It has a lot of potential, right?
Yes.
Yeah, basically. Yes.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking, I didn't know that you were actually talking to me for a moment, and I was like, what?
Yeah, dude, it's been an hour and a half. It's so fast. This
Which is
game,
fantastic, honestly. I really enjoy watching this game.
yeah, it's a lot of moving pieces. I absolutely love playing it. And
and I think that's what makes it fascinating to witness from the outside. I mean, you can have a conversation while production is going on, but like, stuff still happens, and it tells you when something is happening, so you don't lose out on it.
Right. God, we are so low on purified water.
Yes, it has been an hour and a half. It is 3:27 local time.
Yeah. It goes by quick when you play the game. When you play it like me, when you got all these elite skills and all these movements of the fingers, I make the magic happen on the screen. Oh, should I play it like I'm in the 90s?
I'm just collecting monster girls. Just ignore me.
I know. Well, she turned off her noises so I wouldn't hear like the dating game
I
sounds.
did. I actually did.
I was like, I recognized it completely. Really, that's on me. I shouldn't recognize those right off the bat.
Okay, I would too. I'd be like, hey, I know that game. Especially for any of the Honey Pops, like any Honey Pop game, I'd be like, so which girl you on? Who you dating?
Well, the Honey Cam Studio, I don't think it's a dating simulator. It's like a sex cam simulator.
That one is a sex cam, but I may or may not have several of those games.
Yeah, I know. I pirated. That's the difference. Is like back when I pirated them, so I don't actually have like a trace. Like you can't find where I started.
I don't care. People can know what I play.
Like I put Honey Cam Studio on my like wish list, and Alyssa's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, how'd that get on there?"
Nothing, sweetheart. Nothing
and then,
whatsoever.
And then like 2 weeks later, she was like, "This is still on here, huh?" Oh, thank God, rain.
No, I think one of the best things ever is watching people and their significant others, when their significant others find out that they basically hero worship cat girls.
Jeez. By the way, undesirable, man, there's nothing wrong with wanting some of that gilf action. You're like, hey, Bethel, how you doing? Hey, Agnes. Looking at you, honey.
Look at this. He's even calling people out by name.
Yeah.
Well,
like, the joke between the ex-wife is, like, she said I was just so into old ladies. So, especially her grandma. And it's like, I wouldn't call Nana an old woman. She is definitely experienced. Wink. But, you know, God, I would play that game, honestly. Like, this is such, like, this weird... And I know you're joking, man. I completely get that. But I just feel like there's never enough representation for old people. They get their swerve on, too, in a weird way.
They do. Hi, Kitty.
He's a loot box. Wait, I haven't done that in a while. Let me troll around for new keys. Keys, loot box.
Yeah, dude, old people can get really up there. My great aunt Hazel, birthday party, she was turning 100. This is when I was a child.
Why did you say it like that? They could get up there?
Yeah, man, you get up there in numbers.
Oh, up there in numbers. I thought you meant like get up in there.
Yeah, you get up in there with those ass grabs. No, there was a server at her birthday party because it was kind of, we had it at a hotel because it was a family / birthday party. I mean, not many people in the family make it to 100, let's be real. And we basically had the same scenario. It wasn't the hospice nurse or anything, but one of the servers walked by and asked if she needed anything, and she's like, the only thing I need, honey, you wouldn't be able to handle. And we were like, whoa.
Like, old woman, slow it down.
Yeah, and she's like, I lived through the 1920s. Let me tell you the things I've done. And I was like, oh, no. And she was beautiful. She was a beautiful woman. So I can only imagine the level of courtier that she had.
Courtier, that's a nice way. My cousin used to work in a care home hospice, and I watched this old lady grab his ass, just looked at each other with like a what the fuck look while laughing. Man, old people want it.
Think about it this way. This is when old people grab you. It's because A, they have no filter, and B, they have found you attractive.
You have been deemed worthy by the G-MILF.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't make it okay necessarily, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, wow, you know, I'm an attractive person by traditional standards. All right. I mean, at least that's how I would take it. Because, I mean, I grew up in a very untraditional way. And I can tell you, I experienced things as a small child that most people don't experience. But with things like that are so casual, and especially since the person has a less of a filter and less of a knowledge of what they're doing, I don't look at it as, you know, the bigger of evils. I would probably have the WTF face as well. I'd be like, oh, hi, nice to meet ya. Like,
let's see here.
I feel like there's a hierarchy of
Defense tower,
understanding what you're doing.
I'm doing something unheard of at this point. I'm pushing forward with towers alone and ancillaries.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Well, usually I spend so much time to like build all these like extra like long paths to treat this more like a tower defense, but then they get bored and go over here. So just remember, my Namo walked into the living room fully naked and told me, "You're not supposed to be here." I'm sure she didn't say it the way I said it, but you know what I mean, like. But you know, I get that, man.
Oh no, this area that was dirty.
Oh no, she said it like that. Oh no.
Oh no. I just got better and worse at the same time.
But you know, I don't know, man. I get that as far as having my own place goes. Like, if I could choose not to wear clothes all the time, I would.
I mean, to be fair, yes. I just walked outside. I was like, nope.
Stared at the lovely night sky. You're like, I'm in Disney World.
Architecture.
I'm in Disney World. Go to your happy place. I need to actually burn mana because my mana collector's full. I suppose I could build a second one, but okay, I'll build a second one. Just realize why not. I'm wasting it at this point. Essence collector. Where can I build another one? Right there's fine. I built a doghouse, right? Yeah, people are... Yeah, we have one dog. Okay, good. Clean up some corpses for extra essence. God. So I used to do security at a hospital, and this is as close as I've gotten to old woman body. I used to work security at a hospital, and I had this old lady losing her mind in a hospital bed. I mean, she was like laying there, and she had like nurses like around her holding her and shit like that. And they're like, hold her leg down. And I was like, okay. And I was trying not to like crumple her little leg into itself. And like she had gotten like free with the other leg and kicked up, and she did like this splits thing, and her depends had slipped to the side, and I got like,
oh,
I was
no.
like, ah! Like, I didn't do that. Like, on the outside, I was like, I'm a hard security guard. But on the inside, I'm like, I'm going to think long and hard about my life choices. Yeah. Just
on the inside, I was reevaluating.
Skin shouldn't be gray. Yeah. It was serious. So it wasn't even like a seduction thing. Like, I'm not saying it would have been better if she would have been like, hey there. But, like, it might have been, because at least she was aiming for that. Like, you just had this crazy screaming old lady, you know, like, and her husband sitting there like, I'm so sorry.
That kind of stuff does happen. I mean, hospital staff have to deal with that so much. And care staff, it happens, man.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It doesn't make it any more pleasant or any less traumatic, but it does happen.
Let's go and pop these corpses here. There we go. Ooh, please be a chest, be a key, it's a key, yes. We gotta start bringing these keys home. Put that there and bring these chests, because we have 3 of these keys. Hold on, I am missing out. This could all be free supplies. I gotta cheat the system. There we go. Come on. Come on, go home. Go home. Care homeowners are just now low-key pimps. Gross. Kind of like Kill Bill. It was like, you have an hour. No punching in the face. Here's the tub of Vaseline.
Sorry. Had a moment. I just received a message that says, hey, call me, which usually isn't the best of news, so my anxiety goes crazy, so I'm gonna make this phone call, and then we'll come back.
Okay, definitely.
Well, I mean, I'll technically be here, but I'm gonna be muted from my side.
Right. I don't want to
Continue
hear
making
your
dirty
phone
old lady
call.
jokes.
Well, I mean, there's only so many dirty old lady jokes you can make. Come on, get in there. Oh, get into town. No, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Go to town, please. Come on. Gotta tickle the bottom. Tickle the bottom. There we go. Almost into town. Yes, nomads. Yes, that's what we've been waiting for. I've been so sorry that I haven't been, like, expanding my town so much. It's like, I didn't want to create any more jobs because I don't really have enough people to, tickle the bottom. Come on. Come on, just get into town. They'll open you. The dog will open it, oddly. Come on. There we go. Into town. One more chest. Yeah, but I didn't want to create any more jobs that I didn't have people for, so let's go ahead and up these towers. While we're here, I mean, might as well upgrade these towers. Let's see where our range is at. I'm hoping it's very far. God, these do not create that much range. All I want is from Neville Longbottom and Doma Solnka have joined. Thank you, Neville. Thank you, Doma, for coming to my little shit town. We do appreciate it so much. Let's see here. We're actually, I think... Nope. I was going to say, I think we're finally doing well, but we're not. Our town's still crap. Everyone's still mad about life. Villagers are hot. Oh, there's no production set? What are these, bottlers? Is this run by the... Let's see, how many people do I have? So 17 people plus 32, so that's 49. Let's go ahead and make that just an even 50 total in the town for the time being. Is this run by... No, you actually need bottlers, so... Let's go ahead and... Oh, we have extra slots. One bottler and one organizer. Finally, we can have people who are hauling things around. Maybe houses give a big range boost. I have no idea, man. Hold on, maybe it'll tell me. Housing range 16 versus... Let's see what the tower does, just because we have that. Towers... Range 12. You're right! Did they just open a box? I heard the box opening noise. Yeah, you're right. Let's go ahead and, because, you know, as you see, I've grouped them there. Let's go ahead and put a house right down there. See what that does. I mean, why not, right? Let's go ahead and get one house. Where'd be a good house? So, like, in the back more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, housing, obviously, it should go there, but I want to build a fence there, so let's just do this. You're right. You're right. On the frontier. Pretty much directly between these suckers. That's a brave house right there. Alright. I mean, it's a well-protected house, let's be honest. It has 2 towers protecting it. And it's kind of good bait, honestly. Because everybody will go after it. This is actually fun, because like I said, I built everything... Like, I got really far in this map. I was almost 30 days into this map here last time. Like, we're only on day 7, if that gives you any kind of hint of how fast this is going. You know what I mean? But I got, like, 30 days into this map, almost. And I had everything built over here, man. But, like, I've never pushed this far. Like, I swear, if I could just cut this right here... and just hold that line, I could start building really good defenses and start pushing out this way. You know what I mean? Like, and eventually hold this whole area. I'm pretty excited about that. You know what? Prioritize building this. How are we doing on this? We got 32 of those boards. And they're doing their jobs just good. Just well enough. We got a lot of water. We're doing pretty good. Got an okay amount of food. It's honestly because we don't have enough people to be farmers. I'll go ahead and say that right off the bat. And if we could actually build a maintainers building, which would let them like actually have people who their only job would be to go around and repair things. But the builders do that in their off time for the time being. So, you know, they're working on it. You know, it just occurred to me, why did I build a new essence collector when I could have just upgraded the one I had? Well. I need 2 of them anyway. Essence collectors actually have a secondary function. I'll kind of show you this now while we still have time. Defense, towers. So I build the bow towers because they're easy ones to access immediately. But some of these other towers, like the elemental towers and stuff like that, they actually require some amount of energy to be sent to it constantly. Now, especially the golem towers, like they require like a constant amount. So, and the farther away, like the essence physically has to travel there. So, Like, the farther away they are from the thing, the longer it takes for things to get charged, and vice versa. You know, if there's loose essence, it actually has to go to the essence collector for being redirected. So what my previous strategy was to put those right next to where I needed them. The essence collector. Sorry, what do you mean? Wait, the building or the people? The building. The essence collector building, specifically. The essence takes forever to collect to it. That's what it was. Found it. That's the box they opened. Had a bunch more tools. I should have built that equipment thing, huh? Well, is what it is. Hey, since those nomads joined, can I do the... Shit, I'm right on the edge. If these guys could have one more baby, or if one more nomad could come into play, we'd be pretty solid. Well, it's still summer. It's very hot out. They're doing well for themselves. Upgrade housing? I mean, we're close. I mean, even if we could get a line from, like, here to that tree line, that would do it. But right now, they just barely don't reach. Oh, yeah, they dropped food off at the house. That's funny. Check the needs to see what you can do to force babies. I think mostly they're hot, dude. Honestly, it's dangerously hot out. That's a major issue for them. And one building's damaged? Oh, hey. What? Is that the Cullis Gate? Good on them, right? I mean, I didn't know they, good on them. That's all I could really say. Like, I didn't realize they've been repairing this whole time. Good job, little people. There has to be some way you can cool them off. All it is you have to just keep them cool. Because it's summertime, so they're going to be hot. That's what the forums have said. Like, they're going to be hot. But you have to have houses, like, so they can go into to cool off and water available. If you don't have that, then they'll just fucking die. Like, it'll just be like, they'll just drop on the spot and die. And they die out really fast, which is unfortunate. That's kind of why I always keep an eye on the water limit. And look at that, I have some amount of money, too. Funny. No, there's no caves, unfortunately. When you mine, it's just a straight line. Like, that will be a path. Yep, that's kind of what I'm figuring out here. Because, you know, like, I think maybe that's why I was limited and why people wouldn't go too far from the village. It was because, you know, my houses were all right here, like exactly where I was building them last time. So, like, as far as it went, they could only go as far, like, a certain distance from the house. And their water would only take them so far. So, yeah, maybe you're right. I think, honestly, this is why I like playing that with people. Because you guys give me good ideas. Well, you give me good ideas. You're real good at this game. Let's see here. See, that didn't quite do it. So then the last option we have to extend range are these, let me find it here. And I don't like using them because it's a huge waste, is this lighting, this fire pit here. Like, oh, it's a peaceful night, thank God. So, like, I can build a fire pit here and here, and those things drop a good amount of range. They drop 16 on their own, as much as this house that we built, that we, you know, hoped it would. In fact, should I destroy this house? No. We just discovered cooling's good. But, I mean, there's only so far that I actually want to go anyway. You know what I mean? Because these dudes will come. These dudes will come. And when they do, it'll be fucking horrible. So, are we still on 3? See, like, I get so used to them building on 3 that I'm like, I got more people. They should be building faster. So you see that? That's what we want. Now, if this one could just make it to the tree line, we'll build that fence and be in good condition. Come on. So, like, it's easy to backseat. I appreciate it. You're my audience. You're my inspiration. Oh, that is so good right there. Full moon and the monsters are calm. Now, there is an alternative warning that it can give you. It'll be like, oh, the night seems calm? Or it'd say, like, it's an eerie night or something like that. And that's a bad. We don't want that. We're building the trap now. That's all we're doing here. So, like, my idea is it's just treat it like a... Oh, hold on, I have to cancel one of these. There we go. The idea is like a tower defense at this point here. If I could just keep them convinced that this direction is the best direction to go. You know what I mean? Because if I make it overly complex, they won't do it. So one long path, hopefully, will be the way to do it. You know, just And then I'll have like 5 towers right behind it. I'll have the bowyer. He'll be making his little trips to the towers. And hopefully that'll do it for him. What you doing, buddy? Okay. He's just living life. But yes, it's a very strange night. We'll have to do that both ways and make the... yeah, pretty much. God, I've never pushed this far into this direction, so I'm really pleased about this. My only question is, okay, so like, what if I were to get rid of these large fire pits then? Like, do I still have range generated down here? Say I have the towers that I'm going to fill up, because I will delete these back towers just because I'm one of those type of people who like to maximize my space. But, you know, I don't need to do that now, but I typically like to have about 5 towers at any one spot, so... So far, this is going pretty well. This is going fairly well. Now, I know you may be wondering, what's the difference between a stone wall and a wood wall? Nothing. One uses rock, one uses fence. These iron curtains, or sorry, these curtain walls, they can't be shot over, which is nice, because there's enemies that can actually use range. But otherwise, like, you have to use, like, these ballista things to attack, and it's, not my favorite. Not gonna lie about that. Not my absolute favorite. Shit, are they getting water from down there? You guys not getting enough water back home? I mean, it just requires a lot of resources, and later on I'll have like a ton of stone. But like right now, I'm barely mining stone. I don't need all that. Oh, how are we doing on wood, by the way? We're low on wood, and I don't have any wood production going on. I was wondering why I haven't seen a lumberjack do anything in a while. There you go, buddies. Focus on this. The reason why I'm doing it so limited like this is because if I set them to go, they'll just keep cutting wood, and then it'll rot away. No, these walls aren't invincible, but they aren't targeted necessarily. What happens here is they'll attempt to go around the wall as best they can, and then they'll try side number 2, and if they can't go through that, then they will then try to figure out which would be the best wall to break. So that's the order it goes. It's first path, secondary path, which wall should they break? So I'm hoping by not touching this at all, they'll just consider this still to be the best wall and area because it's closer. And maybe because the house is there, it'll help. There we go, so... Now we'll do part 2. And I don't want them touching my trees. Now, let's not overthink it. They can touch the trees. I'll make this too complex for no reason. And that's all I'm going to do for right now. I'm just going to... And then put a bunch of towers right behind it. That way they have to walk into there. They'll get shot at and blasted the whole time they're walking there. They'll come through, get all picked away, double gate it. So the gates are complex. Because they will attempt to go through a gate before they try to punch through a wall. So that's actually a vulnerability here. But the gates themselves, if you look, they have like this weird range on them. So like if you overbuild the gate, then there's nothing to really stop them from just going next to the gate and poking through. So I'd have to like double fence it. And it's like this stupid complex like thought game that it creates for you. But in the meantime here, let's go ahead and work on these towers, right? Defense tower, bow towers, which again is my favorite type of tower at the current moment. Should I leave room for expansion in case I wanted to do one more? Nah. We'll just break it down. There's no problem. Let's take advantage. Maybe get him over here to like hold that valley in case they try to walk through because it got too hard. Yeah. Put him a little over. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Almost perfect. Alright, that should give our builders something to do. And our Fletchers have been busy making ammo. And probably dropping it on the ground and then having it waste away. But, I mean, it is what it is, so we're doing good. Again, isn't it crazy? Like I said, that 3x speed, like, oh, you know, it'll seem real fast, but it is super slow now at this point. What's nice, too, is I haven't really mentioned it. The more you upgrade your main area, the more global build speed upgrade that you get, which is really nice. So even the more that you actually, like, play, even if you have the same amount of people, if you just take the time to upgrade your crap from time to time, you'll get more of a bonus. And while we're on it, and since I gotta go in like 9 minutes, dude, I can't believe it. These last 2 hours have flown by. I told you, I love this game, and I'm really glad you came by to watch, but I'll show you this too. Main menu, save and exit. Yes. I think that's what we wanted to do. Save and exit the game's exit. It should bring us to the map, which is where I started off at. There we go. You see this? By playing, you gain this like world essence points. Ooh, that's so good. And there we go. It all gets tallied up, and this is actually a global thing. It never goes away as long as you have like a certain save file going. Even if you erase the entire town, you still get these things going on here. And this little meter, when it fills up, it gives you a new chest, and then you get like this yeah, God experience, that's what it is, that lets you open these chests. And the chests, of course, give you bonuses, which again are persistent even if you have to wipe the world. So for the time being, let's go ahead and open up one of these 2,000 ones. Okay, so people can get hungry. Wait, no, I think they are more hungry. I'm not entirely sure. And Sinestra's intellect, and they have better social. What does that even do? It doesn't entirely tell me, but I get them both, so. Yeah, I think they're all boons, right? They're all helpful. Look it over here. I don't exactly know what social's for, but maybe they keep themselves happy. I'm not entirely sure. But as you can see now it has like the little icons have changed. They don't entirely reflect what you've done in game, but it will give you an overview of each area. And then, as I said, later on you get something called a migration station. This migration station, it lets you take anybody who's idle at that point and send them out to other maps. So I like to populate this middle area. I've only gotten to 2 maps. And what's cool is with the migration station and the courier golems, you can actually send up like supplies. So daily this would drop off like say like 15 tools to this map over here, or which might focus on like say getting wood, which would then show it to each area and district. So choosing off your starting area, you can choose anywhere you want, but as you see, they all have these like little lines that go everywhere. Sorry, I was trying to point at my screen, but I have to use my mouse. They have these little lines that kind of go everywhere. That kind of tells you where they connect. So the only thing that it asks you for is that you have 10 spare people to send en route. So I was getting around, yeah, I mean, I was getting around 96 people on my other game. That's why I had that many houses. So every time I got 10, I'd send them over to a different place, which is kind of a nice bump. You know what I mean? Oh, and then there's this global corruption bar down here. I don't know how to lower this sucker. More monsters spawn at night. They say that, you know, you have to complete these things here. You have to complete these here and get more villages to, like, uncorrupt the world, because I guess we're good.
Get good, noob!
Yeah, we're the good people, so.
I mean, it seems like an awesome game. I mean, I've told you that before, but...
Yeah, I know. I mean, then the more I learn about it, the more I try to teach everyone else about it, and I think that gets more people into it, so. Let's go ahead and hopefully... And I did learn something today, a few things here. We learned about the houses. We learned that, I actually learned that they won't target buildings in progress, only completed buildings, which is really cool.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, that's super cool, right? I need you guys to go ahead and fix this fence right here. Just these 2 little fancy bits. That's super important. That's already at the top. Okay, so wooden fence counts as one thing. And now, once I get...
More about today's snow. We're not supposed to have snow today, and yet
Ooh, more food.
I keep seeing snow off and on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna keep snowing for ages. It's
no,
Fargo.
Apparently it's supposed to be sunny like the whole rest of the week. Cold, but sunny. We just have spotty snow tonight. Apparently it's just flurries off and on.
Right. There we go. Shoot,
I mean,
man.
honestly, and I know this sounds really ridiculous, but I was kind of hoping for a really good snowstorm to, like, sock us in for a couple days here.
I wish. I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
Not the week of Christmas, but, you know, any other week.
Oh, and here's something interesting that I didn't show off too much. These people actually get little relationships. Like
Yes,
they have a
they do.
mate, and like they're like permanent mates.
It's adorable.
And like this person has a dog, so like it tells you like if they have a dog, which will affect their mood, I guess. Like it's kind of cute. Like it does light RimWorld work.
That's cute.
I know, it's kind of nice. Anywho, I was really hoping to get to this all this creation here, but I got 4 minutes. The only reason I'm so on top of this time here is Alyssa's like, why don't you go get food? Do people ever hate each other? I haven't found anybody who's hated each other. If they have, they haven't really done it. You can see them talking to each other from time to time, so I'm guessing there might be something along that lines, but I haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was like, honestly, it wasn't even like a you're getting food type situation. It was more like she was like, oh yeah, we're having Burger King tonight. And I was like, that's cool. Are you getting it? And she's like, why can't you get it? And I was like, why do you have to say it like that? Like, if you just ask, if you would just say, hey, no, can you get it? I'd be like, oh yeah, sure. But like, she has a problem with phrasing or like tones. Like sometimes she says something completely like, just innocently in her mind, but like the way it comes out is like real bitchy and bad. Like, as an example, what was it? Oh, right, because it was, there was, like, dishes in the sink, and I was like, hey, you know, can you, help me through the dishes? And so, like, so sorry, I'm dry in the mouth. I haven't drinking for 2 hours. I said...
just, like, have some water there, man.
I have water in the other room.
That's super helpful.
No, what happens is, it was, I was like, hey, can you help me do the dishes so we can get done with this quicker? She's like... Oh, so you want me to move the water? Or I have to move the water? Or not water, why? I'm talking about water now. I read Undesirable's message. Sorry, it's like, I have to move the dishes? And I was like, fine, don't fucking do it. I'll do it then. She's like, no, sorry. I was actually asking, like, you want me to move the dishes to here?
Oh, no.
Yeah, but, like, the first time it came out is like, I have to do it? No, you don't have to do shit. I didn't tell you had to do anything. But, I mean, like, it was just her tones, man. So, I've been working with her on that.
Too. But I am drinking one of the kickstarts.
Dude, I don't like kickstarts.
It's those ones that I do that not the real kickstarts, but like the little ones. They're like the whitish kind of containers.
Oh, right. No,
I don't know. The one I drink has they call it raspberry citrus, but basically it's like white grape juice, some raspberry juice, and coconut water. So.
Yeah, that does sound good though.
I mean, it is good. I don't like sparkling water, and I don't like full force energy drinks, and it's like the two of them had a baby, and I can handle that.
Who don't we need right now? Bottler. Let's go ahead and drop a bottler and put a Fletcher in to start filling these towers with arrows, because they're no good if they don't have any arrows.
Stuck my toe.
But yeah, no, man, I used to hate water. Like, I grew up and I was like, Sunny D and Pepsi are the only liquids that'll go into this mouth. Sunny D and Pepsi. And that was like the only thing I would drink. And then when I was in the army, they're like, you need to drink the water or you'll die. We're not giving you anything else, so.
Well, see, the thing about water, like, I grew up super, super poor, so that's like everything.
Yeah.
So I liked things that had flavor because they were so rare, and then I became obsessed with the idea that flavor was the only thing. And I drink a lot of water now, honestly. I have a cup of water on my desk at work all the time.
Ah, shit. I wasted mana.
Yeah, but there's still some days when I'm just like, oh, water, gross.
God, I don't understand that mentality because I feel so blessed when I have like cold water. I'm like, oh, it's so good.
Well, and that's why I love our job. Like having an actual machine that gives you both ice and water. Like it feels spoiled almost.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
It's like in some parts of the world, somebody doesn't even have clean water, and here I am having it dispensed from a machine so I don't have to walk 30 feet.
Right.
Like, okay. I feel like, I just rewatched like the Hunger Games. And it's like, oh, America's the capital. Great. Thanks, guys. And people die in their armpits here.
You're fine, Bubba. Poor guy. He's had gastrointestinal issues. He ate a bunch of chicken bones, and it basically dried out his insides, so now he's shitting these hard little rocks.
In your game?
No, my boy.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Why did you let him eat chicken bones?
He stole them from the trash. I didn't let him do anything.
Oh.
Hold on, we're having a blight somewhere.
It's a candle, Tater. You can't eat the candle.
Where is this blight? Blight, in case you're wondering, what it'll do is it will wreck. It'll just wreck a whole area of like trees or whatever, supplies. That makes like using your like the way I'm using this forest here is kind of an extra wall for my trap here. Sometimes a blight will come by and like ruin that for me. And then like I can't. It won't work as that anymore. I don't see the blight though, so it's not in my town for some reason, is it? Poorly watered. That's just
not showing, or is it somewhere where you're personally not?
I mean, it doesn't show you on the map where it would happen, so I have no idea.
Well, because that would be useful.
Oh, look it. We got a dum-dum. Oh, that's so good. Look at that.
Like that. We got a dum-dum, y'all.
Yeah, he fell for it. That's what happened. He fell for it. My dog always sniffs out the bones, so we got to put them in the trash. Yeah, dude, like, okay, so here's what happened.
We take ours. With ours, we literally take them and set them. We have a bin just outside of our back door, and it's something that they can't get into. And that might be something to consider, is like just a small bin on the patio for stuff that he's not supposed to eat.
Well, what happens is usually we're really good at it. That's the thing. But Alyssa was like super cleaning, so we had 2 or 3 trash bags that needed to go out rather than me doing 1 bag a day like I usually do.
Yeah.
So like the one was out on the weekend, and I stream at nighttime on the weekend for like many, many hours on end. So you know, it just I didn't have time, so he was unattended. The trash was around. You know,
yeah,
2 and 2.
It happens, man. It does. My jerks have gotten into so many things. That's the reason why we have the trash under the sink with a baby lock on the cabinet, because one of the jerks figured out how to open the cabinet. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
that's so beautiful. The Fletchers are just bringing stuff in. I mean, the outside trash, we would wrap them up in bags and paper thinking it was all good for the inside, but the doggos will dig and dig. Yeah, man, dogs are, well, I mean, they're like little livers, you know, they want to live. Look at the skeleton, man, hella fast. I wish there was like a slowing trap. That's actually why I left spaces in between here. Defenses, towers. They have static towers that would do low level damage to any monsters in range, consumes more, but there's like nothing that causes them to go slower. Phantom Dart, which can be walked over, requires essence collected or run. Let's see here. Bullet Tower, Elemental Tower. I mean, you could make ice towers, but I don't think it slows them. So that's good for early defense, requires a rock tumbler.
my vet called to harass me to see if Tater was healing right and to make sure that I keep him calm for the next couple days. I was like, oh yeah, he's got a dog kennel he's going to go into before I go to work. And she's like, oh, I bet he likes that. And I was like, yeah, especially since I put the cone on him, because then he can't lick when he gets bored. And she's like, ooh.
Look at Mr. Fancy up here thinking he's going to go around and... Well, he is going to go around. What an ass.
So how much more do you want to do before you call it? Because Burger King.
Yeah, well, I already told her, like, you know, shit, look at these dudes, man. This is what I'm talking about. They're like, man, that whole fence thing, bullshit. That whole fence thing is bullshit. We're just going to go around. I think I'll let the night go by and then I'll save so I don't have to come back into this and then I'll be done with it.
Okay.
But oh, fucking God. Thank God it's daytime. Hold on. That's right. You turn around. You turn around. You saw that, man? Stop saying that. He's like, I mean, you left it wide open. I didn't leave anything open there.
You did leave it wide open.
They were tricky. I didn't even know that route existed until...
tricky. How is it tricky? It's right there. That's not tricky.
Fences. What should I... Crap, damn it. Either way, I got a buttload of towers.
Right? Like, I'm not alone in this. It's not tricky. It was right there, man.
Oh, look at my golems fighting.
Did I bring my mini fridge to work?
You always say this.
I mean, I debate it often, but I don't want to be like... we have a coworker who's very extra about everything that they do. And I don't want people to be like, oh, you're channeling your inner that person.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should put I would have to do like a large fire pit, throw it there, and then just build a fence.
But how nice would it be to have your own fridge?
I mean, we could technically have our own fridge. There's fridges that are unattended in the office. Alright, guys. My stomach's telling me that it's bathroom time, Burger King time, and then, you know, girlfriend time for a bit here. Now, quick question, Undesirable. You're going to be gone for a little bit, so you won't be offended if I keep playing this, right? Because I get real into this game and RimWorld, and it's killing me to do one or the other, so I got to play one on my own free time. It won't, I mean, you're going to be ditching me to play Red Dead. You know what I mean? Which, of course, I'm jealous. I wish I had Red Dead, but, you know, I'm not getting it on PC because my SSD won't handle. So, you know, I'm going to have to just...
No, it's a big game. It's awesome. He's going to love it. You're going to love it.
You prefer the RimWorld? I gotcha. So, I'll probably play this on my free time and then keep RimWorld for just the stream then because... I mean, there's more interactivity with the voting anyway in RimWorld. This is supposed to grab names from the snap or the chat. God, I can't talk. I'm hungry and thirsty. But it
I cannot function. I have the.
Yeah, everything's going bad, but it's unfortunately not
You work
right
tonight,
now.
right?
Of course, I work tonight. I'm off on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, they changed my day off, man. I have Sunday instead of Thursday.
Let's see here.
It's gonna be so weird.
Oh, I might lurk on stream, but be focused on Red Dead. I hear you, man. Hey, lurking's better than nothing. I just appreciate you showing up, and, you know, if you want to have anything snarky to add to the conversation, I appreciate it too. So, anyway, I'm going to call it here. I got to get food. I got to pee. I want to take the dog with me in the car.
It was awesome hanging out.
I know. I had a lot of fun.
Please come back. I enjoy you.
Yeah, 2 hours went by real quick, right? Like, went by real quick. But, definitely, man. Anybody else watching, I do appreciate your viewership too. I'm pretty sure I'm 3 of the views that I have somehow. I feel like my own.
3 of the views you have. I'm at least one of them.
So there's you, there's Undesirable, then there's me 3 times. So there's at least one.
And then there's me 3 times.
There's me 3 times. So either way, you know, I do appreciate the time we spend together here. I'm gonna go back to playing RimWorld on stream, or if any other game comes up.
I'm gonna go get ready for work since I work before you.
That's true.
Yeah, seriously. This was fun. I actually really like watching you not kill off all of your people at once.
Man, I have my dashboard open, and my dashboard counts as a stream. I don't know how, like, it just does. Like, when I have my little dashboard open, it's like, you got 1 viewer, and I'm like, cool, I'm viewing myself. Fantastic.
Hey,
so.
That's the most meta thing I've heard for a while. Alright, bye, guys.
Bye, guy. Or, bye, guy. Bye, cat. Anyway, yeah, dude. Bye. Anyway, no, I appreciate it. Definitely have fun at Red Dead. Please check in with me if that game turns out to be really great or bad. I'm assuming it's good, but if it's bad, let me know, dude. Save me the money, because I bought Fallout 76 to prove Cat wrong, to say, oh no, I bet you it's a real bad game, and I had a lot of fun in it. So being wrong about things is fantastic sometimes. But anyway, dude, it's been real. I'll catch you next time. Bye.